options. I was being pursued. Whoops, I never introduced myself, did I? Well, how rude of me. I'm Index. Nice to meet you.
Index? That's your name? That sounds like an alias to me. You can't tell me you're named after a part of a book.
Oh, yes, the Index Librorum Prohibitorum. Oh, and my magic name is Dedicatus 545. It translates as the consecrated lamb who safeguards the wisdom of the mighty.
Okay, Index, why exactly would someone be chasing a sister like you?
I believe they seek the 103,000 grimoires that I carry with me.
What?
Well, the Book of Avon, the Lemigaton, the Book of the Dead. Those are just a few typical examples of grimoires.
So where are they? It's hard to believe you're hiding a whole library under that dress.
I'm carrying all 103,000 volumes!
That's more books than I've ever seen before. What? You mean you got a key to a warehouse or something? Is this some kind of joke? Next are you gonna say, well, stupid people can't see them?
It isn't just stupid people who can't. The whole point is for them not to be visible.
Okay, so who is it that's chasing you?
A sorcery society.
Huh? Sorcery?
Surely you've heard of sorcerers before. People who do magic? A magic cabal?
Do you belong to one of those New Age religions or something?
Wait, are you making fun of me? You are, aren't you? You're making fun of me!
I'm sorry. It's too much. I know there are plenty of unusual powers being used out in the world, but I just can't buy magic. This is Academy City. Supernatural abilities aren't really anything new and different here. Anybody can develop them if they use science, not magic.
You believe in supernatural psychic powers, but the idea of sorcery is too much for you?
Well, okay. Explain what sorcery is then. Or maybe show me an example.
I can't do that. I don't possess any magical power.
If you can't use it, then how are you so convinced that it actually exists?
Because it does! Sorcery does exist!
To tell you the truth, I was born with a kind of strange, inexplicable power myself.
What kind of power?
It's something in my right hand. When it comes into contact with any unusual ability, my hand cancels it out. Who knows? It may even work on divine miracles. Well? What's with the face? You look like you're listening to a used car salesman.
Can you blame me? I'm guessing you probably don't even believe in God. And you're telling me your super special right hand has the power to cancel a miracle?
What a joke. You still like to play make-believe and you're the one making fun of me?
Magic's not make-believe!
Then why not show me something magical? And when you see my right hand negate it, then you'll have no other choice but to believe what I said.
Okay. I can show you something. My robes, they're magic. These are known as the Walking Church. They create an impenetrable protective barrier.
The Walking Church? What does that even mean? You keep throwing out these terms like I'm supposed to understand. Well, sorry, but I don't.
Maybe a little experiment will get it through your thick head. Take this knife and try to stab me with it!
What? Are you crazy?
Do I have to explain everything? These robes have been sanctified the same way as a church. That means they're as strong as if they were an actual building. So while I'm wearing them, you can take a stab at me with this knife and it won't injure me one bit.
Yeah, well, that's interesting and all, but I'm still not gonna stab you with that thing.
Are you even listening to me? I am wearing an exact replica of the Shroud of Turin. Its divine power to protect is unquestionable. It wards off and absorbs any attack that's made against me, physical or magical.
Oh, I see. From what you're saying, if those robes of yours really do have supernatural powers, then all I would have to do is touch them with my right hand, and that would be that.
That's assuming that your power actually works the way you say.
All right then, fine with me. When it's over, just remember, you asked me to do this! Okay, that's strange.
Well, what a surprise! Nothing's happening! What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. Look at this. You must have bitten me 100 times. You're like a really big, really angry mosquito. I'm sorry. Maybe we should just forget about it. That way...
You really expect me to forget something like this? How much of an insensitive jerk can you be?
Well, I thought it would be easier not to talk about it. I guess I'm pretty embarrassed about what happened, too.
You're still a jerk.
She wasn't lying then. Her habit blew apart when I touched it. She must be involved with supernatural powers somehow or another.
All done.
Nice job. You look like a pincushion.
Who knows? Maybe I'll start a fashion trend.
Oh crap, my class. Sorry, I'm running late for my remedial class. What are you gonna do? I can give you a key if you want to stay.
No, that's okay. It's better if I move on. Otherwise, those people will track me down here. And I'm guessing you'd prefer it if your place didn't get blown up.
Hey, wait! Just a sec.
You want to know what I think? About your power. That right hand of yours? I think it cancels out the grace of God and everything that goes along with it.
Huh?
Your hand opposes the divine, and without God's grace, you're bound to meet with ill fortune at every turn.
Rotten luck.
Well, if you ask me, being born with that power of yours is pretty much the most rotten luck a person could have.
Index. What now? Is there anywhere safe you can go after you leave here?
If I stay in one place, they're gonna find me.
But how?
Like I showed you before, my habit is imbued with magic. And because of that magic, they're able to track my location. It'll be okay, though. If I can just make it to the church, they will offer me sanctuary.
Why didn't you tell me? Knowing all that, how can I let you leave here?
Come now. Do you really want to be dragged down into the depths of hell with me? Goodbye!
If you run into any more trouble, you know where you can find me.
Yep! I'll come back when I'm hungry again! What are these things? Agathians!
Oh crap, my class! Academy City is pretty much what it sounds like. A city packed with colleges, high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools. With a population of 2.3 million, it's one-third the size of Tokyo. About 80% of the people living here are students. It's an unusual place filled with unusual sights, like those cleaning robots outside my place earlier. Never a dull moment here.
All right, everybody, it's time to begin. Welcome to remedial class. I had a little spare time, so I thought I'd write a pop quiz for you to take today. You'll want to do your very best on it. If your grade is poor, you'll be playing a game of no-eyed poker.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one. She makes you play poker with a blindfold on, right?
That's it, with the added bonus that you can't leave till you've won 10 hands in a row.
Ah, jeez. The last time she made us play that, we were stuck here almost until morning.
You're the exception today, Kamijo. You don't have enough development points, so you'll be playing the game whether you do well or not.
Our sweet teacher has totally got a thing for you, man. Are you too blind to see it?
Shut up. I don't think giving me a lot of extra work to do means she likes me.
Didn't you hear? She's gonna keep you after school to punish you. You can't tell me that doesn't sound kinda hot.
So you're a pervert and a masochist. A real stand-up guy.
There's a whole wide world of lovely women out there. Why would I want to limit myself?
You freak.
Quiet back there! Another word and you'll get more than no-eyed poker. There are some even better games I know. Do we understand each other?
Rotten luck. I wonder how Index is doing. She left her headdress thing at my place. And what was that other thing she said? Something about 103,000 books. I didn't see a single volume. Weird. She swore she was carrying them, but... I bet she'll be back for her stuff before long.
Teacher! Kamijo's watching the girls' tennis team instead of paying attention to you.
You made her cry. You made her cry. You made her cry. You made her cry.
It is now past student curfew. All students, please return to your homes immediately. It is
Unbelievable. I was stuck after class that late? Stupid luck.
There he is. I found you, and this time... come back here! Listen, I'm talking to you! Stop walking already!
Oh, well, if it isn't the little bug zapper.
Don't call me that! I have a proper name, thank you very much, and it's Makoto Misaka. I'll bet you've been calling me Bug Zapper behind my back ever since we first met, haven't you?
Why are you here, Zapper? You in remedial too?
Remedial class? Never. I'm here to shock you full of so much electricity you'll twitch like a frog struck by lightning. If you have any last words, say them now!
I'll pass.
I don't think so! Well now, how you doing? Did that wake you up a bit? You ready to fight me?
Give it a rest! Thanks to your little lightning storm yesterday, all my electrical appliances are fried. I've got a fridge full of rotten food!
It's your own fault for pissing me off!
What could I possibly have done to make you this mad at me? I didn't so much as lay a finger on you even after you attacked me.
Exactly! You haven't hit me a single time! With no points scored on either side, this is a draw.
Huh? Okay, whatever, you win already.
Don't whatever me! You should be taking this seriously!
Oh. You want me to take this seriously? Is this day over yet? First a fake sorceress, and now a trigger-happy Esper.
A sorceress?
Message. Aggressive EM discharge detected. System malfunction identified.
You idiot! What were you thinking, zapping stuff around here?
Shut up! Hurry, we need to get out of here!
The cleaning robots? What now? There shouldn't be anything to clean in front of my place. That's just my luck. I should have known. Hey, Index. What are you doing out here? You can't sleep there. No way. This looks like blood. Please, just stay with me, Index! What happened? Why are you here? Who did this to you?
Oh, that was us, as in sorcerers.
The first day of summer vacation turned out to be an eventful one. A young sister calling herself Index showed up hanging from my balcony railing. She said she was being chased by some sort of magical society. But that's absurd. This is Academy City, a town of science, not magic. No way. This looks like blood. Please just stay with me, Index. What happened? Why are you here? Who did this to you?
Oh, that was us, as in sorcerers. And it looks like they've done a really ugly number on her again.
But why?
First, ask what her reason was for returning. Perhaps she came back here because she left something behind. She was wearing a hood yesterday. Now, where could that have gone, I wonder?
They tracked the magical power of the hood back to my place.
Come now. Do you really want to be dragged down into the depths of hell with me?
She risked her own life to come back here for the hood, just to keep a total stranger from getting caught up in her trouble. How could she be so foolish?
Oh, calm down. There's no need to look at me like I'm some kind of a monster. I'm not the one who carved her up like that. And I'm fairly certain that Kanzaki didn't mean to make such a bloody mess of her flesh either. Her habit is a walking church. It should provide absolute defense. And yet somehow it got all torn up.
How could you? Magic has never seemed like any more than a fairy tale to me. And I don't put much stock in the idea of a magical society. But you look human enough. Don't you know the difference between right and wrong? A little girl comes here for her hood. You and your friends hunt her down like a dog. And do this to her? Is your soul so utterly corrupt you can't understand how wrong what you've done is?
If you're finished with your lecture, could you please step aside? I'm here for that.
For that?
Well, those to be accurate. The grimoires. The 103,000 very important volumes young Index carries with her everywhere. You really should be more careful. Those books can be extremely dangerous. Reading so much as a single volume would cripple a boy such as yourself.
Look, I'm tired of being screwed with. Where are these supposed books?
They're right there, next to you, inside her head. Index is one of the few people with a photographic memory. She only has to see something once and it's memorized word for word inside her head. Essentially, her brain's a library. The grimoires are locked safely in places around the world, but she's read them all and stored their contents in her mind. But as she herself doesn't have the power to conjure magic, she remains harmless. As I've already told you, though, the volumes that she carries are a bit dangerous. So I'm here. We had to locate her so we could take charge of the grimoires. We wouldn't want them to fall into the wrong hands.
Take charge?
That's right. I'm here to take her. Get it? It doesn't matter how honest and loyal she is. Anyone can be broken if tortured for long enough. Think of this poor girl in the hands of people who'd do anything to know what she knows. Breaks your heart, doesn't it?
Why, you?
I'm Style Magnus. At least that's one of my names. But for our current purposes, I'm Fortis 931. The former actually translates to Mighty One, but its etymology doesn't matter. I've said my magic name. Do you know what that means? We sorcerers don't generally give out our magic names. Those names serve to limit our power. But when they're spoken to another, that limitation vanishes. I spoke my name to you. Now you understand the significance of that. Among my kind, they're known as killer names. So... Flames.
Impossible. Is this magic? It's so strong. Will my power work against something like this? I know it can cancel out supernatural Esper powers. But this... I've never seen anything like it before. Who knows what will happen?
Here, I've brought a little parting gift for you. I may have overdone it a little bit. Not my cleanest work. One thing's certain, though. There's no chance he survived an attack like that.
Oh, really? I wouldn't be so sure about that. Here I am.
Impossible.
Jeez, I'm an idiot. There was no reason to be scared. I have seen it work on magic before this. My right hand destroyed her robes.
Damn you! All right. I understand it now. You did it. You were the one who destroyed the Walking Church. One of the 5 elements that make up the known world. The first light that pierced the darkness. The light whose presence can provide comfort and warmth, and whose judgment brings the destruction of the wicked. It has the power to give life and to take it away. It is fierce. It is hungry. It is cruel. I call upon fire to serve as my sword. Manifest thyself and feed upon me that thou shalt gain power! This is the Witch Hunter King, Innocentius, also known as Absolute Destruction. Take this!
My hand working against it. These flames, they keep coming back as soon as I snuff them out.
Runes. Magic words. They have been used by Germanic tribes since the 2nd century. There are 24 letters. They signify arcane mysticism and secret knowledge, and are the roots of Old English. Attacking Innocentius will have no effect. The walls, the floor, the ceiling. As long as the rune seals engraved nearby remain intact, he will continue to regenerate.
Index, is that you?
That is correct. I am the Library of Grimoires belonging to Necessarius, also known as the Zeroth Parish of the English Puritan Church. My formal name is Index Librorum Prohibitorum, but if you prefer, you may shorten that and refer to me merely as Index. I am currently invoking an automatic program known as John's Pen.
You're out of luck. Eliminating all the runes that have been engraved on this building will be impossible. There's no point in even attempting it. Ashes to ashes. And dust to dust. Prepare for the wrath of Squeamish Blood Rune!
This is it. I'm going to die. Okay, maybe I'm not dead yet. What the? What are those? I think they're rune engravings. I'm dead! Why did it stop following me? I get it. It's the runes. They're only posted in the dorm. I should probably call someone. There's gotta be a phone around here. I have to go for help. I'm not running away.
Do you really want to be dragged down into the depths of hell with me?
I've gotten myself into a huge mess. All for a girl I just met this morning. What am I thinking?
So foolish. Does he really think this will extinguish Innocentius? I'm soaking wet because he decided he wanted to play firefighter. What happened to Innocentius?
Wow, man. You almost had me. It was a real close call. Lucky for me, you didn't carve those runes with a knife or anything. I wouldn't have stood a chance then.
You idiot! Innocentius's fire burns at 3,000 degrees. This little shower won't put out his flames.
Yeah, I know. That wasn't the idea, though. You know, it's rude to plaster stuff on other people's homes.
It's a nice try, but you didn't think it through well enough. It's not like those runes were written on toilet paper. A little water's not going to dissolve them. Now I think it's time for you to admit you're out of your league. Kill him. This doesn't make sense. My runes should still be working at full
The
strength.
ink. Of course the paper didn't dissolve. The ink's your problem. It tends to run when it gets wet.
I have to find Innocentius. Innocentius!
Now then, sorcerer.
Ashes to ashes! And dust to dust! I call on the power of Squeamish Bloodroot!
All right, Index. I've made my decision. I don't want to be dragged into hell. So that leaves me one choice. I'll free you from its clutches, using this!
There you are! Oh, finally! I've been looking for you everywhere. I knew there was no way you were kept late for remedial class, and sure enough, here you are, out enjoying all the pleasures the night has to offer. Give me a break, Kuroko. Exactly what part of this makes it look like I'm out for a leisurely night on the town? Oh, I can answer that easily. This place isn't on your way home from school. The fact that you're here at all means you took a detour for some reason. Well, I had to run an errand in this part of town. And why are you here anyway? All right, I'm here on official business. For judgment. Something strange happened tonight. I came to investigate. The fire wasn't natural. It had to have been caused by someone with psychic abilities.
That should keep them from using it as some kind of magical tracking device. Before I do anything else, I need to get her to a hospital. And after that, then what? I doubt she has any kind of ID on her. A foreign nun with no identification. Word will get out in no time. Still, I have no choice. I can't just leave her alone.
Toma? Is something wrong? You look so tired and pale.
You're worried about me? We need to do something about your injuries.
I'll be all right. Really. It's not bad. If we can just stop the bleeding,
I've got you. Hey, what about those books you've got crammed in your brain? Is there any magic in there that can heal injuries?
Yes, there is.
Let's use it.
You couldn't perform it. Even if I was able to teach you the spell. And even if you performed it perfectly down to the last detail, your power would interfere.
Damn, not again. It always comes back to my stupid hand.
It isn't because of your right hand. It's the Esper power that you have that would interfere with the spell. Some Espers are born with their psychic abilities, and some develop them over time. Magic isn't a power one can be born with, but something that is learned. It was created by people who saw the Espers and desired power of their own. Magic and psychic ability are mutually exclusive.
So, all of the students who live here working to develop their psychic abilities.
Right. They can't use magic.
Damn it. That can't be right. It seems so unfair. What do we do now? We have a whole city of talented students, but they can't do magic. The students can't do it. But wait, what about the others? Can people who don't have any Esper talent use magic? It would be my rotten luck that she's already gone to sleep. I guess I'll have to be more aggressive. Here goes. Oh.
Yes, I'm coming. No use banging like that. If you haven't noticed yet, it's a very sturdy door. Useful for keeping salesmen out. Kamijo, what are you doing here? You haven't taken a job as a door-to-door salesman, have you?
What kind of salesman carries a sister on his back when he's out on his rounds? Listen, my friend and I are in a bit of trouble. Do you think we can come inside? Thank you, we'd appreciate
Hold on
it.
a second. You can't just barge in on a person like this. I wasn't expecting company tonight. The place is a bit of a mess. We all have our vices, you know. Whoa! What happened here? Poor thing.
I need your help. See... What's going on?
Urgent warning. Read from Chapter 2, Verse 6. Excessive loss of blood has resulted in a significant depletion of life force. As a result, John's pen has been auto-activated. I have run calculations based on heart rate and extent of blood loss. The data indicates that with no change in status, I will have 15 more minutes before my body loses its minimum life force. Should that occur, I will perish. I would appreciate it if you would follow my instructions and take the steps necessary to ensure my survival.
Here's what we'll do. Listen, I'll go call an ambulance. And you follow whatever instructions she gives. Please, teacher, we have to save her. Don't let her lose consciousness while I'm gone. She's a sister, and only we can help her right now. Will you? Good. All right, Index. It's settled. Is there anything else I can do to help you?
No, there is not. Unfortunately, under the circumstances, the only option is for you to vacate this place entirely. Your presence will cause interference. If you remain, your power will cancel the recovery magic.
Did I hear her right? Did the sister really say something about recovery magic?
She did. Please, take good care of her.
Kamajo! I have a phone right there!
Unfortunately, under the circumstances, the only option is for you to vacate this place entirely. Your presence will cause interference. If you remain, your power will cancel the recovery magic.
Hold on. They're gonna use magic to call down an angel? Is that what it will take to heal Index? Next time, Necessarius. When science and magic cross paths, a story is born. I finally learned that those books Index is always talking about are actually stored in her memory. Somehow, I managed to escape from the Sorcerer with Index, but her injuries are severe. She says magic can be used to heal her, but apparently none of the students in the city can use this magic stuff. So I decided to bring Index to Miss Komoe and ask her for help.
ここに生きるその訳もこの場所で出会うすべてもたとえ違う世界でもどこにいてもこの想いは揺るがない胸をじくりと刺す痛みそれを笑う幸せな者たちへ背を向けゆく当然の苦しみを運命が誘う震え出す足が覚えてる確信に夢だけじゃ守れない頼らない力今この手で知るから迷わない
What time is it? I need the exact minute in Japan Standard Time. Also, can you please tell me what the date is?
Today is the 20th of July, and the time is now 8:30 o'clock.
You didn't look at a clock before answering. How can you be so certain it is 8:30 precisely?
I couldn't have checked a clock because there aren't any here. I don't need them. But I promise the time I gave you was precise. My internal clock is accurate down to the second. My eating habits, exercise rhythms, and sleep patterns are so regulated that my body always knows what time it is.
Judging by the position of the stars and the phase of the moon, your estimation is correct within a .083 margin of error. I can therefore confirm it. Today is July 20th and it is 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time. Is that calculation consistent with your internal clock?
Yes. Not for very much longer, though. We actually just passed the 53-second mark. You're injured. You shouldn't move.
Don't be concerned. My body can regenerate. The cusp of Cancer. The hour is between 8 p.m. and 12 midnight. The direction westward facing, invoking the protection of Undine. We will require the aid of an angel.
What is it that you're doing?
It's magic. From this point forward, I will need your assistance. I must borrow your body. Please follow my instructions exactly. If you do, we will accomplish this without injury. Your participation in this will be appreciated.
Why don't you lie back down instead? We'll wait for the ambulance. Let's see. I must have bandages somewhere.
Common first aid will do no good. Unfortunately, nothing you can do will suffice to close my wounds completely. Nor is there any reason to call for additional help. Any attempt will be useless unless it can heal my injuries entirely and restore my life force to the necessary levels within the next few minutes.
So, what do you want me to do? I don't know anything about magic. I didn't think it was real till now.
I deeply appreciate your cooperation. Now to begin. Tell me what that is, the black item over there.
It's a memory card. You haven't seen one before?
It will do. Please place it in the center of the coffee table.
It's really more of a tea table. What's this? It looks like you've built a miniature of the room.
The materials used are irrelevant. What is important is to recreate the placement of the items as they appear in the room.
What are those?
They represent the beer cans. As we move forward, it is vital that you follow any instruction I give down to the letter. A single misstep could be disastrous. A mistake as small as a misdirected thought could permanently damage your nervous system. Understood? Complete failure would result in the destruction of your body and death. I thought you should be aware of the risk. We will call an angel and create a temple. I will begin the chanting now. Please follow my example. Link established.
What link?
We created a temple on this table. We have now established a link between it and the room. Whatever happens in the room will also happen on the table. And whatever happens on the table will also happen in the room. Now you must visualize.
What?
Picture a golden angel. It should have 2 wings and the body of a child. See the form of a beautiful angel.
An angel? It won't work. How am I supposed to summon an angel? Uh-oh.
You are not actually summoning the angel itself. Rather, as a spellcaster, you are using your will to create the form of an angel.
Oh, okay. A beautiful angel. 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 Incredible! I thought you said I wasn't summoning a real angel. That looks real.
A form stabilization failure. So long as the temple is protected by the blue of Undine, it is no matter. We can continue our work. Let us chant.
A beautiful angel. 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 A beautiful angel.
Life force replenishment underway. Now confirming that mortal peril has been avoided. John's pen is returning to dormancy.
Are you sure that you're okay?
Yes. I just need some time to recover my strength. The wound is closed now, so I should be fine. Thank goodness. Tomo won't have to pay for this.
Pay for it? Like how?
It's difficult to explain, but if I had died here, the consequences he would have faced might have been terrible.
It sounds like you were more concerned about Kamajo instead of your own injuries.
I know it's strange. After all, I only just met him. But still.
Explain this. Miss Kamoy is an Academy City teacher. She's a bona fide beer-drinking, chain-smoking adult. How is it that her PJs even fit you? I mean, the age difference must be huge.
It's rude to talk down to people. And anyway, they don't fit that well. The chest area is way too tight on me.
Hey, after what I did, you're making fun of me?
What? I wasn't.
You just what, huh?
No, it's nothing.
I am an adult, thank you very much. And as for you, Kamajo, it's time you answered some questions. Who is this girl to you?
My younger sister.
You were the worst liar ever! Look at her! She's got silver hair and blue eyes! You are clearly not related to her! Tell the truth!
Miss Kamoy, may I please ask a question first?
Fine.
If I do tell the truth to you, are you going to report it to Academy City's governing board?
Yes. I'm not sure what kind of trouble you've gotten yourself involved in, but I can tell that it's something serious. And now that I know about it, it is my duty as a faculty member and a responsible adult to report it to the authorities. Whatever's going on, it seems like you've gotten in over your head, Kamajo. How can I stand back and do nothing when one of my students is in danger?
If you were a stranger, I wouldn't hesitate to involve you in this. But you've already done so much to help. I don't want you to get hurt.
That may have been a fancy little speech, but I can't just leave it at that. You aren't going to get out of this that easily, you know.
Where are you going?
I'm giving you time to think. There are a few groceries I need from the supermarket. You are going to stay here. I expect you to give serious consideration to what you're going to tell me. I'll be gone for a bit. You should have more than enough time. Oh, and...
Yes, ma'am?
There's always a chance I'll get caught up in my shopping and forget about this. But I still expect you to explain yourself once I get back. I don't want you trying to weasel your way out of it. Do you understand?
She's a nice person.
Are you talking about Miss Komoe?
Mm-hmm.
We should keep her from getting further involved, huh?
That's right. It wouldn't be safe for her to use any more magic.
Huh?
The grimoires are really dangerous. They're full of unconventional ideas that alter basic laws of nature. It's like there are two different worlds. This one and the one within the grimoires. And the other one is toxic.
Like poison?
When people of this world who aren't sorcerers read what is written in the grimoires, it damages their brains. Normal humans were never meant to read such poisonous ideas, you see?
That's horrible. Is that what magic is? It sounds evil.
You want to know? You want me to tell you about it? The poison I carry?
You look so serious. Hands clasped and head bowed, almost like you're talking to a priest.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of feels like you're taking my confession. There used to be only one Church of the Cross. Do you know why there are so many divisions of it now?
Let me think.
People began to mix their politics with religion. When that happened, the church fractured into separate factions, each one wanting to follow a different path. Even though they all still shared a common god. Each group evolved in its own way, developing a character suited to its beliefs.
Character, sure.
I belong to a branch of the English Puritan Church. England is a country of magic, so anti-sorcery practices like witch hunts and inquisitions became increasingly commonplace over the centuries. The English Puritan Church created a special branch for such things. This branch investigates magic and develops countermeasures against sorcerers. It's called the Church of Necessary Evil, or Necessarius.
And you're part of the sect?
You see, understanding an impure enemy that way taints the mind, just as coming into contact with the unclean taints the body. But still, we continue to stand against this impurity, the epitome of which...
Is the library you carry around in your head.
A piece of magic is a lot like a formula in some ways. If you understand its components well enough, you can figure out how to neutralize your opponent's attack. That means that if you understand all the magic in the world, you should be able to neutralize the power entirely. That's why I memorized the grimoires.
Why they were drilled into you. Okay. If they're as dangerous as you say, you could just burn them without reading them, right?
It's not the books that matter, it's what's written inside them. Even if the original works were destroyed, their contents could have been passed on. Besides, humans wouldn't be able to dispose of the originals. Destroying that kind of magic isn't something the human mind can bear. And since the information can't be destroyed, they had no choice but to seal it in a safe place.
So basically, it's like there's a bomb inside your head and some evil people want to get their hands on it.
Anyone who could use all 103,000 volumes would have the power to warp the entire world.
How could you? This is major stuff and you waited until now to tell me?
You're such a skeptic, I didn't think you were going to believe me. I didn't want to frighten you off. And also, well, I didn't want you to stop liking me.
That's why you kept it from me? Well, I deserve better. Church of Necessary Evil, magic robes, a whole library of evil books? Yeah, it's a crazy story and I still have a hard time buying it. But that's it, right? No more surprises? You owe me an apology. Did you actually think I wouldn't like you just because you happen to memorize a bunch of old books? You just assumed I was that petty and shallow? Don't leap straight into judgment. Have some faith. Cheer up. Sorcerers are no match for me. Not while I've got this right hand.
Except, didn't you say they're making you take remedial classes at school?
Did I say that?
You certainly did.
Well, forget about it. It doesn't matter.
If it doesn't matter, then why did you say anything about it in the first place? Was that just an excuse? Did you want to get away from me? Am I cramping your style? Well, are you gonna answer me?
How is Index?
Still alive.
I've been looking into the identity of that boy she's got with her.
Good. Did you find anything out about his hand?
Whatever he is, he certainly doesn't appear to be an Esper. Or a sorcerer.
So what then? I hope you're not trying to convince me he's just an ordinary high school student. There's no way. A rank amateur with no power at all repelling Innocentius? Not in this lifetime. He's not a normal kid.
Normal? No. In fact, he is distinctly below average by all appearances. A hopeless student who's quick to get into a fight.
He must be concealing his true status somehow, right? But there's something troubling me even more. Index was healed using magic. What do you think? Is there another magic cabal we don't know of here in the Far East?
If they were operating out of the Academy City, the governing board would have picked up on them by now. Even so, we wouldn't know their number. Plus, we don't have any reinforcements.
She's happy, huh? She really seems to be having fun here. She always makes the best of what she has. I wonder, how much longer are we going to have to keep tearing that apart?
You're starting to get sentimental. You wouldn't be having second thoughts, would you?
I know what needs to be done.
Eventually, Miss Komoe returned from her shopping. She invited us to stay at her place, and she didn't say a word about our earlier conversation. Maybe she got distracted with her errands and forgot about it. Or maybe she just pretended to forget. I wasn't about to ask.
Bath time, bath time. I love bath time. Bath time, bath time. I love bath time. Toma, Toma! Toma, Toma, Toma! It's nothing. I just thought it was funny to say your name a bunch of times for no good reason. Now that I think about it, there is something I want to ask you. Something Komoe told me.
Listen, this is very important. Japanese bathhouses have something called coffee milk. Do this, then this, and then with your hand on your hip, you drink it all.
Oh! I've never heard of something called coffee milk. Is it like a latte or cappuccino?
You won't find anything as fancy as that in a bathhouse. But don't be too disappointed. I bet you'll get a kick out of the bathtubs. They're gigantic. In England, you mostly have tight, narrow tubs, don't you?
Actually, I have no idea what they're like.
You don't? Why?
Well, because the first memory I have is of being here. I don't really know much about what life is like in England.
I was wondering how you seem to fit in so easily here.
I don't think you understand what I mean. I'm not from here. I'm European. I was born in England, London, actually. Apparently, I was raised in St. George's Cathedral. I only arrived in Japan about a year ago, or so I'm told anyway.
So you're told?
Uh-huh. Apparently, I lost my memory somehow. It was strange. When I first opened my eyes, I didn't even know who I was. I couldn't remember what I'd eaten for dinner the day before, but I still knew all about sorcerers, the grimoires necessarius. All that knowledge just spinning around in my head. It was really scary.
So you're telling me that you lost your memory and you have no idea how it happened? That's crazy.
Yeah. What is it? Are you angry again?
No, I'm not angry.
You sure? If I've done something wrong, say so. Really. You shouldn't act so immature. It isn't attractive.
You're just about the last person in the world who should be lecturing me about immaturity, little girl.
Hey, who are you calling little? I'm serious, you really look angry. it just that annoying thing you like to do where you get all upset because you know it'll get under my skin? That's one of the things I don't like about you.
Oh, come on. Are you really gonna give me that crap when you never liked me to begin with? This isn't some romantic comedy where the two main characters start off hating each other until, suddenly... Index? What's with the puppy dog eyes? I was just joking around with you. Okay? Just great. I'm covered in bite marks and she's off in the city somewhere all alone. That's weird. There's no one here. What's happening?
Runes. I engraved them around this spot so we could have a little privacy.
And who the hell are you?
Kaori Kanzaki. And I already know who you are.
Apparently, the books that Index memorized contain magic so evil it can poison the human mind. That's the reason she's being pursued. And yet, with all she's facing, she never asked me to help her. What now? What do I do now? There's no one here. What's happening?
Runes. I engraved them around this spot so we could have a little privacy.
And who the hell are you?
Kaori Kanzaki, and I know who you are. If possible, I would like to avoid giving you my magic name.
And why's that?
It's also my killer name.
So you're like that other guy. You're a sorceress.
I'm not going to beat around the bush. I would like you to hand over Index, and I'd prefer to avoid violence.
And if I refuse?
Then you'll leave me no choice. I will tell you my other name and then take her. I'll ask once again. Are you going to hand Index over to me? Or do I need to say the name I've been withholding?
You think I'll give in to you? You think I'd surrender her? No, not to someone like you.
I'll ask as many times as I have to. With this sword, I wield the 7 flashes. Do you know what that means? I have the power to kill you 7 times over in the blink of an eye. Certain death is the reason you should surrender her to me.
Damn. She's not exaggerating. What now? I still have this.
Style has informed me about your talent. From what he tells me, your right hand can somehow render magic ineffective. But that got me thinking. What if you can't touch the source of the magic? Then you're out of luck, aren't you?
Now what? Should I try charging her?
7 flashes. You're going to make me keep asking, aren't you? You stubborn boy. I don't understand why you refuse to give in when you know what I can do. 7 flashes.
Damn you! It's not working. Ultra-thin wires? She's been using the movement of her sword to distract me from noticing them. You're not using magic. Maybe you aren't really a sorceress after all.
Weren't you listening earlier? Style told me about your sneaky little power.
So does that mean your sword isn't a magic weapon?
Magic or not, I don't carry it around for decoration. The 7 flashes come first, but the ultimate attack, Single Flash, still awaits you. And don't forget, I haven't yet told you my magic name. And I truly hope you won't make me say it, boy. If it was my choice, I would never give that name out again.
What do I do? Surrender?
I'm sorry, what did you say? Speak a little louder, I couldn't hear you.
Shut up. I was telling you to shut up. I will never surrender to a heartless monster.
Seven flashes. Haven't you had enough pain already? You're willing to risk your life to protect this girl. What is she to you?
There's something I want to know. Why am I still alive? If you were gonna kill me, you could have done it a dozen times by now. But you keep holding back. You're still human enough to know right from wrong. You aren't enjoying this any more than I am. You understand why I'm doing this. Index is an innocent girl and you attacked her. You tore her up and left her for dead. You can't expect me to just let you get away with it. And that's not all. Thanks to you and your friends, she lost her memory. Did you know that? What horrible things did you have to do to her to make something like that happen? I did try. I fought like hell against you people. But it wasn't enough. I'm just a pathetic kid who can't even save a single young girl. A weakling who can do nothing but watch helplessly while you drag her away to do who knows what to her. But you're stronger than that. You're no weakling stuck on the sidelines. With powers like yours, you can do anything you want to do. You can protect anybody who needs protecting, but you choose not to.
You understand nothing. Nothing at all. I didn't have any choice. I'm not doing this because I want to. I am only doing the work that I am required to do. By Necessarius.
Wait, I know that name. It's the same branch of the English Church Index belongs to.
She and I belong to the same organization. More importantly, she is a very dear friend to me. I know I injured her badly, but that was never my intention. It was an accident. I didn't know. I didn't realize the walking church had been compromised. I wouldn't have attacked so hard if I'd known she would get hurt like that. Never.
Hold on a second. If you're such good friends, why would you be attacking her at all?
I had to attack her in order to protect her. Without our help, she's not going to live much longer. It's because of her photographic memory.
But why? What does that have to do with anything?
It's the reason behind all that has happened.
This is about her perfect memory. About those books she's always describing. She says they're in her head, that she always carries them with her.
The capacity of the human brain is surprisingly small, so you forget. You get rid of the memories you don't need. Doing so keeps your brain from overloading. Forgetting keeps humans alive. However, Index cannot forget. The number of leaves on a tree-lined street. The faces of people crowded together during rush hour. The shape of every raindrop that falls from the sky. It doesn't take long before her brain is so packed full of trivial memories that it can't function.
Wait a second. Explain something. You say that Index is part of the same organization as you. If so, why does she describe you and your friend as evil sorcerers? It makes no sense. Or are you saying that Index has been lying to me this whole time?
No, she is telling you what she believes to be true. But she doesn't know. Not that we all work together as members of Necessarius, nor the actual reason that we have to pursue her. All of it has been erased from her memory. So she's just working with what she does remember. Her fears are not unreasonable. From what she knows, it makes sense for her to believe that a magic cabal is after the Library of Grimoires.
Hold on. I don't understand. Index has a photographic memory, right? How is it possible for someone with her ability to forget everything that happened before a year ago?
Forgetting isn't the right way to describe it. It's more accurate to say we took her memories from her.
You erased her memory? How is that possible? You used magic, but why do it at all? You and Index were close. You even belonged to the same church. That's what you said, isn't it? You consider her a very dear friend. That's what you told me. If that's true, how could you do this to her?
Because I had no other choice, that's why.
Huh?
I do it because unless I do, my friend will die. A full 85% of Index's brain is used to store the 103,000 grimoires. As a result, she has only 15% of her brain remaining to control day-to-day functions. That 15% quickly fills up with new memories, and once it's full, her brain will be overloaded.
That's terrifying, but isn't there another way to save her?
No, there isn't.
How much time does she have left?
Index's memory erasure is conducted at precise yearly intervals. If we do not do it at that exact time, the erasure cannot occur. There are 3 days remaining.
Only 3?
Don't worry. The procedure we perform doesn't hurt her. And as I've already explained to you, if we don't do it, she will be lost. So I'll ask you again. Will you turn Index over to us without forcing me to speak my magic name? If we battle, you will lose, and her memory will still be erased. She will have no idea who you are or what you have done for her. Fight me and your sacrifice will mean nothing. Trying to help her now is ultimately an empty gesture.
What the hell do you know? It doesn't matter whether or not she remembers me once this is over. I'll explain since you clearly don't get it. I am truly Index's friend, unlike you! Nothing you can say will change my mind. For better or worse, I'm on her side and that's how it's gonna stay. Every single thing you've said since we started talking has only convinced me more. I don't think you're telling me everything. Like why you left her in the dark on this. After stealing her memory, couldn't you still explain what was happening? Why not at least try to tell her what you're doing? Instead, you hunt her down and frighten her. When she needed somebody the most, you people abandoned her. Some friend you turned out to be.
Shut up, you ignorant little maggot! You know less than nothing. Do you think this is something we enjoy? Stealing her memories over and over and over again. You look at Style like he's some monster from a nightmare. Well, he's not. You fight for her as a friend while he must save her life by pretending to be the enemy. Do you have any idea the toll it took on him to confront you? You stay safely cocooned in your self-righteous rage while Style sacrifices everything to save his friend. What the hell gives you the right to judge us? I've done everything I can. I've tried it all. I once spent a full year, spring, summer, fall, winter, collecting memories for her. I wrote them all down in a diary, every detail I could remember so she would remember too. I just wanted to give her something to hold on to. But it was no use. It didn't work. We watch her start over every year, creating new memories with new people, rebuilding the world that we had to take away, only to have every one of those new memories stolen again, knowing that it is all because of us. We finally realized we couldn't take it anymore. We can't stand beside her knowing what we'll have to do. It's too much to bear.
Don't give me that crap. Poor you. That's what this is about, how much it hurts you. I didn't hear anything in your speech about Index's feelings. You're ashamed of what you do and scared of getting hurt. You let Index pay the price for your cowardice! You could tell her the truth about what has to be done to her. Tell her she won't be alone and there's no need to be scared because she can make new memories. Tell her that the memories she creates could be even happier than the memories she's losing. Do that, and she wouldn't have to be constantly on the run anymore. It sounds like a simple enough solution, don't you think? So why won't you do it? What's the real reason you're hiding everything from her? You say it's for her sake, but I think that's a lie. You have the power to help her, but you keep her trapped in the same cycle. There has to be a reason you haven't told me. What are you really afraid of? What are you really trying to protect? What are you really doing here? You're so confident in your strength as a sorceress, but if you're so damn powerful, then why? Why can't you do something for her?
Are we finished here?
Slower, I can't keep up with you. Jeez, why are you in such a hurry all the time?
Kuroko, are you listening to yourself? You're the one always going on about the importance of sticking to curfew. Well, if we get there late, it's not going to be my fault.
Please wait for me. What's going on here? Wow, look at that. That's a perfectly smooth cut. It could be a prank pulled by some student with pneumatic control ability.
Yeah, sure. A prank.
It's a good thing I'm here then. This is a job for judgment.
Get back here, Kuroko! What am I supposed to do with all these bags? Thanks a lot.
looking at? Is something the matter?
No, it's fine.
Are you awake, Toma?
Where am I? Ow, that really hurt.
Be careful, you shouldn't be getting out of bed yet.
The sun is up already, so that must mean I slept the whole night. I don't remember coming back here. Hey, what time is it now?
You were out for more than just one night. 3 whole days.
Really? That long? What happened that would keep me unconscious for 3 days? There was something.
Index's memory erasure is conducted at precise yearly intervals. There are 3 days remaining.
You got quiet all of a sudden. What's wrong? Are you in pain?
Oh, no. That's a good sign. Index still remembers me. That must mean her memories haven't been erased. She doesn't seem to be acting any differently, so it can't have happened yet. It's all right then.
Nothing's all right. It was horrible. I didn't know what happened to you. Until Komaway had told me you collapsed in the middle of the road, I had no idea where you were. She was the one who found you, battered and bruised and unconscious, and carried you back here to the apartment. But I had no clue what was happening to you out there. I didn't realize that you were fighting another sorcerer. That you were in trouble because of me. It's my fault. It's all my fault. I couldn't help you, Toma. I'm so sorry.
What's the deal with all these bandages? I look like a mummy. Don't you think that was a little bit of overkill?
I figured the more I bandaged you up, the quicker you were going to heal. Of course, there's no way it'll be as fast as using magic.
No, probably not. But personally, I'm just fine with letting it heal the normal way.
Toma!
Huh?
Unbelievable! After everything that's happened, you still don't believe in magic, do you? I swear, you're the most stubborn guy I've ever met!
Calm down, that isn't what I meant. It's not that I don't believe. I just don't like seeing you that way. It freaks me out when that other personality takes over your body.
Okay, I understand, but I'm awake now, so it's all right.
What do you mean awake?
Well, when the other voice takes over, it's like I'm talking in my sleep. I sound all cold and robotic. John's pen is useful when I'm unconscious or badly hurt, but it's still kind of scary. It's not me. What I'm trying to say is I can understand why you don't want to see me like that. I don't want you to either.
I'm sorry, Index.
It's okay, dummy. Now you should eat something.
I appreciate it, but I'm not hungry.
Too bad. You have to eat to regain your strength. I'm a sister. I know how to care for the sick.
Yes, I know. But right now, I just like some quiet time to myself to meditate.
Is that so? You don't want the food I made? Yes? Maybe Komaway's back.
Excuse me, I live here. Can I help you with something? Kamajo, Index, are you there? I don't know what's going on, but you seem to have visitors out here.
You again! What are you doing here?
Looks like you're in pretty bad shape. I don't think you're going to have much luck running away from me this time.
He's right. Up until now, Index has been staying ahead of them fairly easily on her own. But it'll be a different story if she's saddled with someone who's badly injured. That's why they did this to me. To make it easier for them to catch her. What now?
Go away! Please, I'm begging you. Leave him alone and I'll go anywhere you want. I'll do anything you ask. Anything!
Index, no.
Just take me. I'm the one you want, aren't I? But I ask one thing. I don't want you hurting Toma anymore!
信じて生きてゆければ生きる世界がたとえ違ったとしても守りたいものがあるなら差し出した力は誰のために解き放つ伏線のまなその仕草がその眼差しが心を締め付ける手放さない
The ceremony that will erase Index's memories begins tonight at 12 o'clock. But I'm not giving up. I swear I'll find some way to save her. Next time, Limit. When science and magic cross paths, a story is born. Index's perfect memory comes with a drawback. 85% of her brain is taken up by the grimoires, which leaves only 15% for other functions. The sorcerers say that because of this, they have to erase her memory every year or she will die. Only 3 days remain until they perform the ceremony. Wait, there were 3 days. I've been asleep how long?
Okay, Kamajo, I'm heading out now. I won't be back until late, so you're in charge. Be a good boy and keep an eye on things here for me, all right?
But I ask one thing. I don't want you hurting Toma anymore!
The limit will be reached in 12 hours and 38 minutes. We wanted to see if the ball and chain was sufficient to keep you from running away again. It worked better than we thought.
The ball and chain?
You don't want your little toy taken away, do you? If not, you'd best abandon any thoughts of running. Understood?
It'll be all right. I can work out a deal with them. And your life can go back to how it was before you met me. I promise. I'm not going to let them bother you anymore.
Index, what happened?
I'll make this quick. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Kanzaki, wasn't it?
It doesn't matter. There's no need for pleasantries now. Is Index there with you?
I'd rather not wake her up.
No, that's perfect. Just listen to what I have to say. It's almost time. She'll reach her limit tonight at midnight. At that exact hour, we'll begin the ceremony to erase her memories. The one that will save her life.
Why would you go out of your way to tell me your plans? Knowing what to expect is only gonna make it that much easier for me to fight you.
Don't you want the opportunity to say goodbye to her? This is not a matter open for debate or negotiation. This is an order. You will say your farewells before we arrive. And then you will leave that place. Do you
You people are unbelievable. Index is paying the price for your incompetence. I thought you guys knew sorcery. Can't you do anything with your magic to help her? She's got 103,000 books in her head. Maybe one of those has the answer.
The church can't allow that. Index turning on them is their greatest fear.
What are you talking about?
The grimoires are full of dangerous information. The church decreed that Index would not be allowed access to anything in them that dealt with memory manipulation.
Fine. Then why not try to get to them with your own magic?
The church is also very concerned about sorcerers outside of Necessarius gaining access to the books. Take my word for it, the grimoires are very well protected. And then, of course, there's the fact that the act of reading the grimoires defiles the mind.
You knew that, and you still let Index memorize them?
We weren't told until it was already done. Our magic cannot help her. Trust me.
All right, then. But what about us?
What do you mean?
I'm talking about science. I bet there are any number of ways to erase someone's memory by using science. You've said magic can't be used to get to those books, but maybe there's something else that can. This is Academy City, remember? There are plenty of espers here who know about manipulating the mind. I say it's still too soon to abandon all hope. But maybe you'd rather go for the quick fix you know will work instead of taking on a challenge. Never mind that it's your supposed friend's happiness we're talking about here.
Talk is cheap. Results are what we're interested in. And, to use your words, we do indeed know that our quick fix will have the desired result of saving her life. We can't be certain something else would work, so any other method would be a gamble. It isn't a matter of not wanting to take on a challenge. We don't want to be reckless with somebody else's life.
In that case, I don't think we'll ever see eye to eye on this. No surprise there. But you should know. I'm still gonna fight you. No matter what, you should stay out of my way. I don't care what I do to you if it means saving her.
If anything happens to her while she's in your care, you can consider your life forfeit. I will see you at midnight tonight. You only have a short time remaining now. If you want to spend it fighting a losing battle, it's up to you.
Let's see. Memory loss is commonly caused by old age or overconsumption of alcohol. It may also occur following an interruption of blood flow to the brain. Drug-induced. Certain medicines may also cause memory loss. Among these are general anesthetics such as halothane as well as some benzodiazepines. Forget it. This isn't getting me anywhere. What is that? Miss Komoe's cell phone statement. That might work. I'll ask Miss Komoe if she knows the number to any research lab that might deal with neurology. Oh, come on. Pick up the phone. I guess all I can do now is call up some places at random and hope. Next up. Damn it. Hi. Is someone there?
Research on photographic memory? Yes, I'm familiar with it. What's the problem? Can you describe the issue in detail for me? Magic? Seriously? What do you think you're doing, making a prank call at this hour? It's nearly midnight.
Hello? Are you still there? Hello? Oh, for crying out loud.
of time.
Move it.
We'll refer to the Book of Crowley. We need to call down an angel and raise a temple in this room. We need to root out every last memory.
Wait, just hold on. Think about it. There are over 1.8 million Espers here in Academy City, and more than 1,000 research labs. If we check out those possibilities, we might not have to resort to something so drastic. You guys don't want this to happen to her either, right? Deep down, you're hoping and praying that there's some other way, aren't you? So it's simple. Just wait a little longer. I promise. I'll find another way. Whatever it takes, I'll find something that works for everybody.
Are you done talking, or is there more? Look! If she wasn't unconscious now, would you be saying the same thing? She's endured this hell for so long. She's in so much pain she can't open her eyes. And you'd tell her, sit tight, there's something I want to try. You'd have doctors you never met before poking around in her body, pumping her full of drugs, all on the off chance that maybe it'll work? What kind of a person are you? Answer me. Are you truly a human being or a monster who's wearing human skin? Do you see this? It's a magical artifact necessary for erasing her memories. All you have to do is touch it with your right hand and it will lose all its power. The only thing that we'll be taking from Index is her memory. A small price to pay. But you, if whatever you want to attempt fails, you'll be taking away her life. Knowing that, do you still want to try? Can you sit here watching her struggle bravely and decide to risk her life? If you're so sure it's going to work, why do you hesitate? Go ahead and play the hero.
I'm Index. Nice to meet you. Do you have any food in there? I'm really starving. Please feed me.
The ceremony will commence at 12:15 a.m. We'll use the power of Leo to perform the memory erasure.
All right.
Hey, sorcerer guy. What am I supposed to say to her when I tell her goodbye?
If you haven't noticed, I'm busy. I don't have time to give you advice. What you need to do right now is shut up and get out of here. Your right hand extinguished my flames. I still can't comprehend the principles at work there, but I don't want it to have any influence on the ceremony we're about to perform, no matter how minor it may be.
Useless. I'm useless. What good am I if I can't even save this one girl from suffering such a huge loss?
There is still enough time left. We have 10 minutes before we need to begin. Do you remember what it was like for us the first time we had to erase her memories? We spent the whole night by her side, sobbing.
No, no way. Who knows what that kid might try to pull if we leave him here? If we take our eyes off him for a second, he could do something that kills them both.
If that were really true, wouldn't he have touched the cross when you gave him the opportunity? You only gave him that test because you knew he would pass. You knew he wouldn't risk her life.
Yeah, maybe.
Either way, we cannot perform the ceremony until the time is right. It's riskier to deny him his goodbye. Without that closure, he might change his mind and interrupt us at a crucial moment. Just let him.
Just 10 minutes. Understood?
Index. I'm sorry.
Toma, some kind of array has been set up in the room.
They said it was recovery magic.
Recovery magic? Who said that? Those sorcerers came back, didn't they? Go now! You have to get out of here!
No, it's fine. I'm staying.
Toma!
It's all done. It's over. For now, at least, it's over.
Toma.
I'm sorry. I'll get stronger and this will never happen again. I'll punish every single person who is responsible for doing this to you. When I'm done with them, they'll regret this more than anything else they've ever done in their lives. Just you wait. Next time, I swear I'll save you. Next time, I will not fail, no matter what I have to do.
Thank you, Toma. I'll be waiting.
Damn it. Is this really the way it has to end? It's not fair. There must have been something else I could have done. Something to get to those damn books that are taking up 85% of Index's brain. Something to save the memory she does have left. She should get to control more than a sliver of her own brain. Wait.
A full 85% of Index's brain is used to store the 103,000 grimoires. As a result, she has only 15% of her brain remaining to control day-to-day functions. Index's memory erasure is conducted at precise yearly intervals.
Hang on a second. How is it that only a year's worth of memories can fit into that leftover 15%? And another thing, how did they arrive at those figures in the first place? They seem like arbitrary percentages, not precise calculations.
Yes? Oh, hi, Kamajo. I recognized your voice. What are you doing using my phone without asking permission first? Huh? What's that about photographic memory? Yeah, it exists. It's a rare ability that very few people have. Was there something specific you want to know about it?
Someone told me a year's worth of memories take up 15% of a person's brain capacity. But if that's true, what about people who have photographic memories? Wouldn't their brains become overloaded around the time they're 7 years old?
It's true that somebody with a photographic memory is unable to forget anything. The memories are permanent no matter how trivial they are. But even so, it's impossible for someone's memories to overload their brain. In fact, some studies indicate that the human brain is able to store up to 140 years of memories.
It's impossible for memories to overload the human brain?
Human memory is really complex. There's more than one kind, you know. There's semantic memory, which handles language and knowledge. Procedural memory, which handles motor skills that are acquired over time. And episodic memory, which handles memories of past events. Kinda nifty the way it's all split up like that, huh?
Oh yeah, very nifty. So, Miss Komoy, what exactly are you telling me?
I'll sum it up for you. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you acquire. Neurologically speaking, there is absolutely no way that your memories could make your brain explode or anything close to it.
According to what Miss Komoy says, Index's photographic memory isn't actually a life-threatening condition. If that's the case, it has to mean the Church is lying to Kanzaki. But there's no question that Index is suffering. The Church must have tampered with her brain somehow. They rigged it so if her memories aren't erased on a yearly basis, she'll die. They need to ensure that Index, the keeper of the Grimoire Library, will never turn against them. And Index's friends, too. The Church needs to make sure they'll do what they're told. Alright, so what exactly did they do to make her this way?
If you're so sure it's going to work, why do you hesitate? Go ahead and play the hero.
I won't play the hero. I will be the hero! There doesn't seem to be any change yet, so I haven't come in contact with any magic. Alright, maybe They put it someplace I haven't touched yet? No, they wouldn't.
From Chapter 3, Verse 2. A rupture has been detected in all barriers from 1 through 3. Regeneration provisions failing. Auto-regeneration not possible. Action required to preserve the library, assigning priority to interception of the intruder. Currently reverse calculating the magic formula that has penetrated the barriers by accessing the library. Failure. Unable to locate relevant magic. Breaking down formula composition to develop a local weapon that will counter the intruder. Locating most effective magic. Desired combination for intruder repulsion has been successfully acquired. Now deploying specified magic, employing St. George's Holy Sanctuary. The intruder will be destroyed.
It turns out that Index's photographic memory is not actually a condition that could...
That's impossible.
She told you the truth. She can't use magic.
Don't you see what's happening? The church has been lying to you this entire time about Index having no magical ability. Yeah, do you get it now? And that thing about her dying if her memory's not erased every year? That's another whopper. The only thing killing her right now is whatever magic the church planted in her. We just have to find a way to stop it. After that's done, then you need to erase her memory. Think about it this way. The church made Index memorize a bunch of evil books without a second thought about her safety or happiness. That's the kind of group they are. Do you think they'd be likely to share their true plans with low-level enforcers? Not convinced? Why don't you ask Index about it yourselves?
St. George's Holy Sanctuary is having no effect on the intruder's opposition. Now, switching to a more effective spell. Attempt to destroy the intruder will continue.
Fortis 931!
I'm not interested in hearing your unproven theories. What we know for certain is this. If we do this, then we save her for the time being. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that happens. I'll kill you if I must. That's what I decided long ago. So give up.
For the time being? That's not much of a promise. I'm talking about saving her for good. There's only one question you need to ask yourself, Sorcerer. Do you want to help Index, or are you too afraid to? You guys have been waiting for a long time. You want a happy ending for all this, don't you? One in which you don't have to be Index's enemy. You want to be her friends in truth and not the people who snatch her memories away from her every year. You never gave up hope completely. You never stopped trying because you made a promise to yourself not to abandon her. Knowing what you would have to do, you made it your personal mission to save this girl who had been your friend and companion. You wanted to be the heroes of this story. So why content yourself with supporting roles now? You told me earlier you swore to protect her with your lives, no matter who or what got in the way. If so, your part is far from over. It's barely even begun. Are you gonna give up because Act 1 turned out to be a little on the long side? If you help me instead of fighting me, then maybe you'll get your happy ending. Now let's do this!
Salvar 000.
What are those lights?
I know this. It's Dragon's Breath. Its power is equal to the legendary Dragon Strike of St. George. If even one of those touches you, you're in big trouble.
You're up! Move it, Esper!
Urgent warning. Reading from Chapter 6, Verse 13. New opponent has been identified. Altering combat strategy. Beginning a survey of the battle scene. Completed. Prioritizing the destruction of intruders. Strongest threat, Toma Kamijo, will be destroyed first. Urgent warning. From Chapter 22, begin Verse 1. Successfully recalculated for flame magic. A distorted version of the Church of the Cross spell has been detected, along with multiple runes. Formulating counter Church of the Cross spell. St. George's Holy Sanctuary. Activating Stage 2. Eli Eli Lama Sabachthani.
Countering my flame!
God, they say you are good and just. If that's true, then I will be able to destroy this evil magic. Are you good? Will you do justice? We'll find out right now!
Warning. Last chapter. Verse 0. Caller has sustained critical damage. John's pen. Failing.
How odd. Apparently a mysterious blast of light tore through one of our observation satellites. You and your two other companions. It seems that all three of you were in Academy City without any form of identification. Would you happen to know anything about this strange event?
No.
All right. And that letter there. It was sent by one of the other foreigners, was it? Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't think it was meant for you. It was clearly addressed to the boy. It's for him to open.
He won't mind. Any salutation would sound phony, so I'll just skip it.
You did a damn fine job back there, Esper. I could probably say more, but what's the point? Writing down what I felt and what went through my mind that night would require a whole rainforest worth of paper, so I'll skip that too. Instead, as a token of my gratitude for your help, I'll tell you more about our mutual friend and the peculiar situation she's found herself in. The church wanted us to bring her back immediately. However, they changed their minds when we asked about those lies you uncovered. After that, they told us to simply maintain the current status, which basically translates as wait and see what happens. Personally, I don't much like the idea of her being with you for a moment longer than necessary. I'm sure it will come as no particular surprise that I'm not planning to give up and turn her over to you indefinitely. We will be gathering the necessary data, and once we have all the information we require, we intend to come back and reclaim her. But you need not fear another attack.
For now, just wait until I contact you again.
That's quite a mischievous friend you've got there. The letter must have been dipped in a liquid explosive of some kind. I know you're anxious from waiting. You're eager to see for yourself how the boy is holding up. It might do him good to have a visitor. Still, if you seem shocked by his condition, it might frighten him. So let me give you some tips before going in.
May I have your attention, please? We would like to remind all friends and family that visiting hours will end at 9 p.m. If you would like to remain in the hospital later than this, please see the information desk for approval. The gift shop and the cafeteria will remain open until...
Hi, Toma.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, but I think you might be looking for a different room.
His memories haven't just been lost. They've been completely obliterated.
What do you mean? What's the difference?
It's not a normal case of memory loss. The brain cells that managed his memories have been physically destroyed. I'd be very surprised if he remembered anything from his past. What happened to him? It's like his skull was cracked open and his brain was hit with a stun gun.
Are you feeling all right, miss? You look awfully pale, like you've had a terrible shock.
Oh no, I'm fine. Really, I'm just fine, thank you.
You know, you look familiar. Have we maybe met before?
Of course. Don't you remember? We have met. It was out on the balcony of your student dormitory.
I see. I lived in a student dorm before this happened.
That's right. I showed up one day. You gave me some food, and you used your right hand to destroy my walking church.
Did you say walking church? What's that? And why would I destroy one of them?
Come on. You have to remember. Think, Toma. How could you forget fighting those two sorcerers who had been chasing me?
You called me Toma. Whose name is that?
It was yours, but you don't remember it. My name is Index. And I want you to know, even though you don't remember it, I loved you.
I'm sorry. Index is a funny name. It doesn't sound like something a girl would be called. Maybe you're talking about a pet I had. Gotcha! Hook, line, and sinker. What, did I hurt your feelings by comparing you to an animal? Be a little adventurous. We could get you a nice collar. Come on, it'll be fun. Would you rather be a dog or a cat? I'm guessing cat.
I'm confused. I thought your brain cells had been destroyed, and your memory was gone completely.
Hey now, you almost make it sound like you wish I had forgotten everything. Well?
No, I don't.
So according to the doctor with the frog face, my memory cells have been utterly obliterated. And because of that, I should have forgotten everything that's ever happened to me.
What do you mean, you should have?
Well, here's the thing. All that supposed damage was inflicted by a magic spell. That alone explains it all, doesn't it? When I touched you on the head, it was with my right hand. That's all I needed to do. Imagine Breaker took care of the rest, no problem.
Imagine Breaker?
Yeah, my right hand. That's what the doctor called it anyway. It neutralized the power of the magic spell. And since it never had the chance to reach my brain, I came out all right. Man, the look on your face was priceless. I mean, you're usually the one going around saying crazy stuff and messing with people's heads. I have to admit, it was pretty fun to turn the tables on you this time. Uh-oh.
You should see a doctor.
I'm dead. She's gonna kill me.
Listen, son. Are you sure about what you're doing? You don't remember anything, do you? I told you what happened. Every last detail that those other two gave me about the event.
No, I don't. But for some reason, I can't explain. The last thing in the world I wanted was to see that girl cry. It must sound really strange to you. I'm not really sure what this feeling is exactly. But it's there, even if I never remember the reason why. And that's okay, because I don't want to let it go. So, I guess one memory was left to me after all, huh?
Your memories are dead. They were destroyed with your brain cells. All past information was blasted irreversibly out of your brain. So then, where do you think this remembered feeling is coming from? Where is it stored?
Well, Doctor, that should be obvious. From my heart. Wouldn't you agree?
Have now passed since a mysterious incident caused us to lose contact with our satellite, Orihime-1. So far, all efforts to re-establish contact have failed. The governing board has convened an emergency session to hear further suggestions from Academy City scientists.
Style Magnus. You are no different from the others. Every person who comes here has the same reaction to my rather unusual appearance. But it makes sense to me. If machines can sustain my life, why make my body do it?
Yes. Director General Alistair.
I believe you are already aware of the reason you've been called back here from England. A situation has developed.
If you mean deep blood, I know.
We have indeed located a young girl who possesses the ability to kill a certain creature. A creature that we aren't even sure actually exists. Here is where it gets complicated. Sorcerers aren't usually allowed in the city, and yet one has involved himself in this.
In Academy City?
Crushing a sorcerer is no problem. If pressed, we could handle it. But of course, I would prefer to avoid such a conflict. Pitting members of the scientific and magical disciplines against each other is a dangerous game, as you know. Scientists and magicians, each side with its own power, its own exclusive knowledge. The harmony of this division keeps the world in balance. Academy City is bursting with espers. Suppose a sorcerer was brought down by someone with psychic talent. You can imagine the disquiet that would cause, can't you?
I can, sir. But you believe that the problem can be solved by sending a fellow member of the magical community to deal with this sorcerer?
That is my plan. Additionally, I have at my disposal one of the natural enemies of sorcery.
Do you mean the Magic Breaker? But sir, I thought the idea was to avoid using espers at all.
That won't be an issue. He's a level 0 with no abilities to speak of. He has no access to privileged information, so using him will not risk a security breach. Yet he will be helpful in dealing with our sorcerer friends.
Basically, you brought me back here to team up with the boy.
He does not have the brains to understand your magic, nor does he possess the power to recreate it. You won't have to worry about your magical secrets being revealed.
I will do as you wish. But sir, we've never seen the power of deep blood. Can we even be certain it truly exists? And if we learn that it does, think of the ramifications. It would prove
the existence of dangerous creatures that would need to be hunted down and killed.
You speak of vampires.
That is more of a question for your side. I believe the occult is your domain, not ours. You know, it seems we are presented with an interesting philosophical question. If the existence of deep blood proves the existence of vampires, what exactly does the Imagine Breaker prove?
The alchemist, Aureolus Izzard, is holding something called Deep Blood. This power is being kept in a school, and it is... what? It's a girl? Next time, the Science Cult. When science and magic cross paths, a story is born.
again. They're all dead. They are dead because of me.ここに生きるそのわけもこの場所で出会うすべてもたとえ違う世界でもどこにいてもこの想いは揺るがない胸をじくりと刺す痛みそれを笑う幸せな者たちへ背を向けゆく当然の苦しみを運命が誘う震え出す足が覚えてる確信に夢だけじゃ守れない頼らない力今この手が知るから迷わない
Rotten luck. Seriously, who would have expected a textbook to cost so much? It's extortion.
Toma? What do you think you would have done with the money if you hadn't had to buy that book?
I don't want to think about it.
No! Answer me! What could you have bought?
Yeah, okay, I get it already. If I had studied regularly, I wouldn't have had to buy a... Hey, what are you staring at? No way. Nobody can eat 3,600 yen worth of ice cream. Even you.
Excuse me, I haven't complained even once about how hot and uncomfortable I am in this miserable heat. And I certainly didn't imply that I'd use your money to buy something for myself. So why would you suggest that I was thinking anything about buying a bunch of ice cream?
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were so uncomfortable out here. Let's find some place to sit inside for a while.
Why should we? These robes represent the Lord's protection. I wear them proudly. I would never dream of complaining about how unwieldy and suffocated
Apparently, I knew this chatty nun before the incident that landed me in the hospital. I say apparently for a reason. I can't remember anything before the last 2 weeks. I'm not entirely sure why, but for some reason I want to keep my memory loss a secret from everyone else. Everyone. But most importantly, I want to keep this girl from finding out. I don't understand, but somehow, a part of me remembers who she is. Her smiles and her tears.
Hey, Toma! Are you even paying attention to me? I was explaining that as a nun, I live a life of austerity. Therefore, I am forbidden from indulging in a tasty treat like ice cream.
I guess that settles it then. I wouldn't want you to break a rule or anything.
Of course, while all nuns are told to abstain, I am still a novice, so surely they can't expect me to exhibit perfect behavior all the time. Certain allowances must be made for the younger sisters. For instance, should a scoop of ice cream accidentally fall into my mouth, surely no one would expect me to abstain from eating it. What choice would I have?
Heyo!
Huh?
Sorry to interrupt, Kami. Looks like you're having a pretty intense discussion over there.
Want to introduce us to your lady friend?
Huh?
Oh, come on, dude. Don't tell me you don't know her name. What, is the heat giving you amnesia or something? Calm down, I'm just kidding. It's not hot enough out here to boil your brains unless you combine it with some serious partying.
Well, man, you gonna tell us your little friend's name or not?
Let me guess, is it a dude dressed up as a chick? Kind of flat to be a girl, if you know what I mean.
Geez, guys, there are some things you just don't say out loud. Sure, she's a little on the small side, but...
Toma! should know I am a nun of the English Puritan Church. If there is anything you would like to repent, I will be happy to listen to your transgressions. Shakes for me! Shakes for me! 3 milkshakes in a row for me!
Thanks for the grub, Kami. How'd I forget my wallet?
How did all of this end up being my treat? My stupid luck.
Toma! We're over here!
Wow. Found a booth. Ah! This is not good. So not good. Is something wrong? Are you in some kind of pain?
I ate myself to ruin.
On 3, guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah!
Excuse me. You ate yourself to ruin? How?
The hamburgers were only 100 yen each. And on top of that, I had a bunch of coupons to use. Before I knew it, I'd ordered 30 of them.
Overdid it a little, didn't you? Sorry, I didn't mean to,
Comfort food.
Huh?
I need a return train ticket. It's 600 yen.
Okay, so what?
I only have 500. I'm short.
That's a shame, huh?
It was dumb. I bought too many burgers. And then I had to eat them all.
Sorry about that. Maybe you could borrow the money you need for a ticket from a friend or something.
Oh. That's a great idea. Thank you.
Oh, she is majorly hot. I need a shot of her.
Why are you looking at me? Do you expect a handout from a perfect stranger?
It's not much. Come on.
Huh? No way. I don't go around handing out money.
Can't even spare 100 yen.
Hey, I'm not the one who wasted all of my travel money on hamburgers.
A perfect way to speak to a beautiful priestess such as her. You've got a real way with the ladies, Kami.
Beautiful? I am beautiful. You want to give me money.
I don't have any to give you. These guys already cleaned out my cash. I can't afford to make any more loans right now.
And you?
Oh no! Why is she asking me?
It's not much.
Nope, sorry lady, don't look at me.
You took my picture.
What? You're charging me? It was just one picture.
Oh, I see. The priestesses in this town like their publicity.
You're wrong. I'm not a priestess.
Huh? Look at the way you're dressed. It's classic priestess.
That's too bad. I am a magician.
Oh, you're a magician, are you? I suppose you can prove it then. I want to hear your specialty, your sect, your magic name, and your order name, but you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Huh?
In that outfit, about the best you can hope for is passing yourself off as some wacky itinerant astrologer who's between jobs.
Yeah, sure, that's me.
Look, it's simple. She used to be a priestess, but now she's some kind of magician. Just take it easy.
That's nice. You've changed a lot since the first time we met, haven't you, Toma?
I'm just taking her at her word. Why is that such a big deal?
Why is it a big deal? You had to strip off all my clothes before you'd believe I was the real thing.
Huh? What's she saying about stripping off her clothes?
Who are all the dudes in suits?
When did they get here?
I need 100 yen, please.
Who are these guys? Are they acquaintances or something?
Yes, they're my teachers.
Those are teachers? Seriously?
That's weird. Why are teachers tracking down a student at a fast food restaurant?
What is it? Is something wrong?
Did you have to say that stuff about taking off all your clothes? We don't want word getting out that you're staying with me.
Yeah, I guess so.
What's more, what was I thinking making friends with people like those two?
Toma! Hey, look at this! Here!
An abandoned cat. Huh.
So I was thinking, maybe...
No way.
Hey, I haven't told you what I was thinking yet.
We can't keep the cat.
Oh, but why not, Toma? Sphinx needs a new home. Why can't we keep him?
The student dorms don't allow pets, so there's no way that Sphinx could... Hey, what are you doing naming it already?
It's not fair! He's mine, he's mine, he's mine, he's mine!
I said no, and I mean it. You see? You scared him, and now he's run off.
It's your fault.
How's it my fault?
I heard that there's a Japanese instrument that's partially made out of cat skins. How could Sphinx not be scared with stuff like that going on?
Well, if you want to go there, don't the English chase foxes?
Fox hunting is a noble sport dating back... Oh, what is that? I can feel magic flows coming together nearby.
Magic what?
Its color is green. Its attribute is earth. Is it a runic formula?
Hey! Where are you going?
It feels like someone is setting up a magic circle. You go on home without me.
Go on home, she says. What is she, my mother? Something seems off.
You should know what's happening. The ruins are designed to keep people away. Long time no see, huh? Toma Kamajo. Long time no see, huh? Toma Kamajo.
Oh, man. Who's he?
What? I don't even get a hello? Good. That's the way it should be between you and me.
Where's Index?
There's no need to worry about her. She's just off investigating a magical force she discovered, right?
Wow. What the hell kind of life was I living? Was every day full of weird sorcery stuff? So, was there something you wanted from me?
Don't take me lightly, boy. I could kill you.
Oh, I see. So that's how it works.
There, that's more like it. That face is more suited to our relationship. We can't start getting all chummy just because we happen to fight on the same side one time.
What's that? What are you reaching for?
It's a confidential matter.
Huh?
Take a closer look. Have you ever heard of Misawa Prep School? It's here in Academy City.
Misawa. Yeah, sure.
Okay. There's a young girl who's being held captive there.
Held captive?
Apparently, the school's had some changes. It has become the base of a pseudo-religion that centers around the worship of science. We don't know all the specifics. What we do know for sure is that the school's been taken over. They're now led by a bona fide sorcerer. Actually, to be more precise, an alchemist of the Zurich School of Alchemy.
He's the real deal?
I know. It sounded like a pretty dubious story to me at first, too. Hey, wait a sec. You're accepting this too easily.
Not good. If he realizes I've lost my memory. I actually listened to you for once, and this is what I get? Are you one of those people who always has to have something to complain about?
Well, whatever. I don't mind if this goes more smoothly than last time around. The alchemist in question is known as Aureolus Izzard. He dropped out of sight completely about 3 years ago. Wherever he was and whatever he was doing in that time, he suddenly decided to show his face again.
Why would he do that?
Yes. His motivation is what has us so concerned. He's after Deep Blood. That's the girl I was talking about, the one held in the Misawa Prep School.
Her name is Deep Blood?
The name of her power. She possesses the ability to destroy a certain creature.
What creature? What are you talking about?
They go by many names. To put it simply, I'm talking about vampires.
What? That's crazy. You're telling me that vampires actually exist?
Unfortunately, not even we sorcerers are sure of all the details. Basically, Deep Blood is how sorcerers refer to the ability to kill vampires. Naturally, in order to kill these creatures, you must first make contact with them. And if you're going to make contact, you want to make sure you have something like deep blood at your disposal.
I don't get it. What are you trying to tell me?
I have a bit of a problem. I've been given an assignment, you see. I must stage a raid on Misawa Prep School to retrieve deep blood. I wouldn't be nodding so quickly if I were you. You'll be coming in with me, after all.
What?
Oh, and refusing isn't an option. See, if you don't do as I say, I'm afraid I'll have to reconsider allowing Index to remain with you any longer. Necessarius is content for now to use you as Index's shackles, to ensure she doesn't betray them. However, if you won't obey, then you're not useful anymore.
You're crazy. You expect me to follow you blindly? Really?
Do what you want. The decision is yours.
We're home.
Listen,
earlier,
Index.
I just
wanted to say... Oh, go ahead.
No, it's nothing.
So, what's with your stomach?
This? Maybe I ate too much.
It seems like you've gotten bigger in another way, too, if you know what I mean.
I am at that point in life.
All right, young lady, give it up. What are you hiding in there?
I'm not hiding anything at all. Really. I swear by our Father who art in heaven, on my honor as a sister, I am not lying to you, Toma.
Wow, your religious devotion runs deep, huh? Now get that dumb cat out of here immediately!
Sphinxy!
Hey.
Back off. You know perfectly well that my robes are a walking church.
So what if they are?
In the name of the Lord, a church offers salvation to sheep who have been separated from their flock. And so, this church shall take the cat Sphinx into its fold, for he had been lost. Amen.
Yeah. Well, is that church also going to provide him with food and kitty litter?
You just shut up! Sphinx is going to stay here with us. I don't care what you say.
You can't just decide that. There are things to consider.
I'll take care of it all. You'll see!
Why, you little... Fine, I can see I've lost this one.
Divine Father, you are indeed merciful. I give you thanks for the light of your grace has finally touched the soul of this savage, unfeeling, cold-hearted boy.
Hey, now.
Oh, I almost forgot. You were going to tell me something, weren't you?
Oh, right, I was. It's just, I left my textbook somewhere when we were out earlier. I need to go look for it, so will you keep an eye on things?
Yeah? Sure will. Sweet boy.
One more thing. Keep the cat in here, okay?
You're a good kitty, Sphinx. Yes, you are.
What are you doing with those?
I thought I'd leave her with some protection. Innocentius should do the trick. Who knows what could happen while we're off on this little errand of ours. If we're not careful, some other sorcerers could show up and try to take Index away from here. She can really be a handful.
Do you have a thing for Index?
What? Of all the stupid things to ask! No, she's just someone I look out for, that's it. She's my friend, of course I care about her. But not like that.
Okay, then. I don't know how I felt about Index or what she was to me before I lost my memory. At this point, I have no choice but to keep trying my best to act like who I was before. It's almost like there are two of me. Yeah, that's some rotten luck for you. So this is Misawa Prep? I gotta say, it doesn't look too sinister.
It doesn't need to. That isn't the point. It looks fine, but the building itself forms a powerful barrier that was created by the alchemist.
So he's really strong, huh?
Areolus Izzard is quite strong, He's descended from the great Paraclesis. I'm guessing you don't know very much about alchemists, though, do you?
Well, supposedly they turn lead into gold, and they brew elixirs of immortality and stuff too, right?
Yeah, that about covers it. Except for one more important thing. Throughout history, alchemists have shared one ultimate goal.
Huh?
They all seek the power to manipulate reality.
What's that mean?
Imagine if you could take anything you could dream up in your head, anything at all, and make it reality. It's like that.
Huh? Seriously? Anything I imagine could become real? How could anyone hope to fight against that?
Getting scared now? I bet you'd like to just wait out here and keep watch. That's too bad, I need your help. And in order to help, you'll need to know ahead of time what Deep Blood looks like so you'll recognize her. Here. To be honest, I don't have an especially good memory for faces. Her name is Isa Himagami, or so I'm told.
You're kidding. That's her? All right. It looks normal to me.
Of course it does. Remember, on the surface, they're operating as a college prep school.
Hey, look. See that? What is it? A robot? Looks like it's broken.
Well, we're here. Let's not waste any more time. And it isn't a good idea to stay in one location.
Oh.
I guess I can't blame you for being curious. You don't see this too often.
I see robots all the time. They're everywhere here.
What are you talking about? That's no robot. It's a corpse.
The alchemist and his scheme await us inside the school. Also inside is Isa Himagami. But what is her true objective? Next time, Ars Magna. When science and magic cross paths, a story is born. While out to lunch, I met a strange priestess/magician. Later, I learned that this young girl was being held captive within Misawa Prep School. The sorcerer Style basically ordered me to come with him to retrieve her. Everything seemed normal inside the school, until...
That's no robot. It's a corpse.
Corpse?
Probably one of the Knights of the Roman Catholic Church. Judging by this, I'd say they've been wiped out.
Why'd he die?
This school is a battlefield, and dying's pretty much what happens on a battlefield. It's not surprising.
Why is everyone here acting like it didn't even happen?
Mayumi, wait for me!
She just walked right through it.
There are two sides, heads and tails, like a coin. We're in the same place as they are, but there's a barrier between us. The students are on the head side, and they can't see people on the tail side like us. And while we can see them, we can't interfere with them in any way. Don't bother. The only way to bring the barrier down is to eliminate the core of the sorcery that made it. I'll bet the core itself is located somewhere outside the barrier. This death gives us another reason to fight.
Why can't we take the elevator instead of hauling ourselves up all these stairs?
We're on the tail side, remember? And the button to call the elevator is over on the head side.
I wonder how cell phone calls work then.
Huh?
Nothing really. I was just curious whether or not a call made from this side would make it through to the other side.
Well then, why don't you give it a try?
I think I will.
This is, Index Library... you've reached the Kamijo residence, so, hello.
Wow, awesome greeting. Have you used a phone before? Or just this once?
Hey, hold on. That sounds like Toma's voice. What is it? What could be so important that you would use a cellular phone, a device known to cause brain tumors, depression, and decrease mental function?
It's nothing major.
Oh, by the way, there were 2 servings of lasagna in the refrigerator. Did one belong to you?
Why? Did you eat both of them?
There was some pudding sitting in there with the lasagna, too.
Was? Don't tell me.
You ate all that too, didn't you? Admit it!
It's okay. Anyway, I was just checking cell reception. I gotta go.
Huh?
Oh, one more thing. They say every minute you spend on the phone decreases your life expectancy. What? Is there something wrong?
Oh, no. I was just thinking that you seem to be awfully relaxed. I mean, here we are in enemy territory, and almost the first thing you do is start chatting up a girl. I don't really care if that ego of yours ends up being the death of you. You can get yourself killed for all I care. But I don't want you dragging me down with you. Got it?
Jealous, are we?
Don't be ridiculous. I've already explained to you the nature of my relationship with Index. I'd think you, of all people, would understand. Just think about it. She's lived for years in a body that would be destroyed without regular memory erasure. There have been a number of people in her life who were in the same place as you. Over the years, these people have tried to play various roles for her. Father, brother, friend, teacher. I tried once and failed. Then you tried and ended up saving her. That's all. That's the only difference there is between you and me.
He's wrong. I'm not the one who saved Index anymore. I'm not the person she wants. He disappeared when I lost my memory.
Isn't that dress just the worst? Yeah, it totally is.
This is my first time seeing a scientific cult, but it seems pretty normal, huh?
Want to stop by on the way?
I was expecting to see life-size pictures of the founder on display.
Doesn't give off a battlefield vibe to me.
Well, that's a bit odd. There's nothing to worry about. Remember, we're on different sides of the coin. There's no way they can see us.
The Seraph's wings shine with a brilliant light.
In the whiteness of the radiant light, all guilt will be exposed.
The whiteness is a symbol of purity. Purification requires action. Action is the present and the future. The future is time. Time
We
is
seem to have tripped an alarm.
Uniformity is all.
They should be prevented from even seeing us because of the barrier. Something's alerted them to our presence.
Guilt